Good morning, Ramon. Good morning, team. What a great day. Saturday, Kentucky Derby Day. I'm sure, Ramon, you're going to have some sweet picks for us here today. So we're excited for that. Also have some huge playoff games here again today. Knicks Heat, Warriors Lakers, Oilers Golden Knights. I don't think it can get better than this, I don't think. Plus, you can get your fill of Major League Baseball. Looks like we have some chat members here. The Team Steam hitting it early. 10-team parlay. I don't think you can get much better than that.
Are you serious? A 10-teamer?
Airplane boop. Got it done. So.
Oh my God. All right. I'm here trying to tell everybody don't do that, but airplane boop on their return to the morning steam. Boom. Maybe should be airplane boom.
Right. Angel likes Angel of Empire. Of course. Why wouldn't you? Angel and Angel. Perfect.
Well, let's get to it, Mindy, right away. In fact, I've got some breaking news here. Welcome to the Morning Steam with the Midwest's premier sports handicapper, Mindy Hahne. I'm Ramon Scott, coming to you from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. And we have breaking news right now this morning, Mindy, out of the Kentucky Derby. Just moments ago, the favorite, Forte, was scratched. An unprecedented number of scratches already, and now the morning line favorite, 3-1. Really, it was pretty low actually for the Kentucky Derby the last several years, but that is breaking news right now. Mindy, Forte scratched from the Kentucky Derby. I didn't know if you maybe want to start it off since we don't really do coverage of horse racing, although we do got some things in the works here at Tony's Picks. I don't know our timetable on it, but we're going to increase our horse racing coverage a little bit. Not necessarily at my insistence, but I do love me some horse racing.
Right.
And, just stunning news this morning that Forte, I don't even think it's hit. It has hit the wire, certainly. I mean, that's where I saw it just moments ago. But another horse is out. We've already seen several scratches, and now Forte, the 3-1 morning line favorite with Arad Ortiz on board, and Todd Pletcher, the trainer, has been scratched. That's number 15, Forte. So maybe we can just go with our picks, and people can type them in there before we get. That could be part of our greeting. We don't have a horse racing segment, but it is the Run for the Roses, the biggest race in the world. Sure. I mean, the Breeders' Cup Classic, the Dubai World Cup. We get it, but really the ultimate test for 3-year-old horses, the Triple Crown, an unfair test really to make horses run basically 2 races in a 3-week span, take 2 weeks off, and then run 1.5 miles. I mean, it's not really a fair test, and that's why it's so difficult. But that's the big news right now, Mindy. So I do have my picks certainly here, and I don't know, we could just give them out. Let's say hello to everybody real quick, and maybe they also can chime in with their pick in the race. I don't even think we have a segment. They might even make us a video. I don't know.
Right.
Our
Derby video, yeah.
Well, Tony wanted it yesterday, and then I did throw out. I said off the cuff. I mean, it wasn't a big intro. I said I liked the horse in the yesterday in the Oaks, and it got second. So let's say hello to everyone. Brent Cook was here to open the door today for us. And yeah, we were rolling in here a little bit early. There's Tyrone, Airplane Boop. There it is, the 10-team parlay. Here's Thomas today. Great always to have Thomas. And Butterscotch, ready to roll. Percent Better joining us this weekend. Great to have Percent Better. Howard Hogan, good morning, my babies. And CTG, he just fell short on the parlay yesterday. CTG says good evening. So let me think about, did we talk about where CTG was? Obviously from
about 24 hours away. I don't know what, Thailand, something like that. I don't know.
Something over there. Maybe in was it New Zealand? I'm trying to remember. So I don't remember. Howard Hogan had a 5-teamer, it looks like. Here's Angel's pick here, of course.
Of course. He's picking one of those Iowa horses, Ramon.
Oh, okay, really?
Yeah.
Are you going with the Iowa trifecta here today?
I probably should, right? I probably should. The 3 horses, because of some of those scratches, there's 3 Iowa horses in there.
Well, Angel of Empire, 5-1. I don't know. I haven't actually seen the adjusted odds now with this scratch coming in. I mean, like I said, I was just getting ready for the show, and it had to be at 1 minute to the top of the hour when that come in. But what Pletcher has said is that Forte has ever since the Florida Derby, Forte has had nervous energy in the paddock when getting ready, and the state vet has called for maybe the scratch of the horse. So that's been the breaking news here. See if anybody wants to throw in their pick for the Derby. Maybe I should go first, and then that way, if anybody else wants to do so, we can. Luis Benegas is here today. Jay Boone here. Boy, you guys are rolling. I mean, you don't need us. Blake comes rolling in. CTG's in Japan.
All right. So we were close to where we were at over there.
Well, I'm going to look. I mean, right now, I certainly. I was going to roll with a 50-1 shot yesterday on the show with Tony, and then that horse was scratched as part of so I didn't really have a chance to go back and, maybe reassess my card. So, okay, looks like we've caught up, and we'll go over to Tony'sPicks.com in just a moment. So my pick, Mindy, will be number 6, King's Barn with Jose Ortiz and Todd Pletcher. So a Pletcher horse gets scratched, and the jockey of the scratched horse is on King's Barn, and we know, Jose Ortiz has won the other 2 legs of the Triple Crown before. He's won some big races. Jose Ortiz has not won the Kentucky Derby yet. King's Barn was 6-1. Like I said, I haven't seen the updated odds. I would imagine he'll be down to 5-1 or 4-1 or so, and I'll take the Japanese horse, one of them anyway, Derma Sotogake, to come in second, and I have Disarm to finish third. So my picks will be in order. And again, like I said, in the Kentucky Derby, to me, Mindy, even this one, even King's Barn, that's kind of a low price, 10-1, probably be 8-1 now, I would imagine. But you can't go wrong, hunch plays, all that's in play when it comes to the Kentucky Derby. I'm not kidding. I mean, all these are near world class 3-year-olds. Yeah, it's sometimes you find ways to get into the Kentucky Derby, overshooting your bounds a little bit, but there's a lot of qualifications involved. So really talking with the elite of the elite. So that's why any horse can end up winning this race. We've seen 80-1 win the Kentucky Derby before.
Right.
Chalk rarely wins, so no Count Chocula today. So for me, King's Barns, Uncle Mo horse. So we know we've got the bloodlines in there, and Derma Sotogake is my second choice, and Disarm third. Mindy, were you going with the Iowa trifecta here? What do you got?
Well, so I was looking at 2 fills and hit show. I like the closing speed in those 2 horses. That's kind of what I was looking at there. Forte's 30-1, 2 fills, I think like 12-1 when I looked at it, something like that. And I was going to throw in maybe more of the Cyclone Mischief is kind of what I was looking, 45-1, the other Iowa horse. But I feel like, me and Angel here, we got something going with Angel of Empire. You said he's a good closer too. So maybe I'll go that route and see how it goes. I like to always do some box exactas. That's kind of how I like to play it.
And that's the way to play it in the Kentucky Derby. There's no doubt about it. Have some fun. And let it roll. I mean, throw your hunches in there. If you pick a favorite and you win, I mean, you can. It's almost like just buy the ticket and frame it. Nobody cares if you hit a 4-1, 5-1 shot. Like I said, this is just interesting news. That again, it comes on the recommendation of the state veterinarian's office to scratch the horse. So. Uh, this does change everything, and will be breaking news as soon as they take to the air a little bit with some of the talk. I haven't seen it necessarily on the uh, horse racing networks just yet here as I manage it. And even looking at the okay, now with Forte Scratch, we do have an update of the odds. Angel of Empire now 9-2.
Oh, okay.
My choice, Kings Barnes down to 10. Well, still 10-1. And let's see, Derma Sotogake is 7-1 now, and my other choice, Disarm, 23-1. And the favorite now is Angel of Empire. Not to scare you or anything, Mindy, because of favorites and how they do.
Right,
here.
right.
Angel of Empire now the morning line favorite with Flavian Pratt and trainer Brad Cox. So enjoy the Derby, everybody. The sun shines bright on my old Kentucky home. I can sing you the song if you'd like. It is a very controversial song, however. So, Latifah's here, everybody! Yay!
And here, Percent Better's coming in. He said he owns horses, right?
Oh,
so
terrific.
Do we have like some insider info here on this one?
And Solo here today, Bionic, good morning. And welcome to those of you who just watched the coronation of King Charles. I actually was watching it for a couple of hours here. Just had it on, a little ambient video, if you would. Any more here? Walk this way here today. And Panger Life joining us today. So,
all right, cool.
All right. Well, hopefully Latifah can stay up. We're going to do the hockey game right away, Latifah, right at the top with the basketball. So you can just get the two playoffs. If you can't hang out for baseball and you want to go nighty-night, that's fine. But we're great to see you. We missed you for several days. So Latifah record the coronation. She's my favorite. And here's Big Meat here today.
The meats. That makes me want an Arby's roast beef.
Well, I do, but I
right now.
It is 6:30 in the morning here. And,
I prefer savory over sweet any day of the week.
Fair enough. Angel been getting crushed in the. Well, I mean, he's taking those dogs. I don't know. I mean, some dogs have come in. Maybe he's just on the wrong dogs. So, all right, let's go over the website, Tony'sPicks.com, real quick, Mindy, and then we'll get right into the show with our. If you have any, right now is the time, you guys, to put any Derby picks in there for today. So. That card starts around. I mean, the card starts in like 90 minutes, I'm pretty sure, for Churchill Downs. All right. Let's take a look at the website. And probably Sam Murdy, he's red hot right now. Red hot. I'm serious.
Yeah, 3 days in a row. Big Dallas.
Big day, 9-3. Yep, 9-3. Daniel Woloschuk remains hot. But I will mention our team's team. We're all on the leaderboard, so check it out. You got Tiffany 5-1. I'll throw in there. Let me make sure I mention it. Tim Irwin, a perfect day. He also had some videos yesterday, I believe, on the game. So good job, Tim. But our morning's team, we went 4-2 with our 6 picks on the show. They were all baseball, so that's why I don't like to see. But I know you guys are going to make your own picks. I mean, premium picks, Mindy. We go heavy volume and. I know that even if those that don't do it, it just seems like the average gambler does not necessarily all we want to play 3 or 4. So they're always going to go off, branch out on their own a little bit, but try to put your picks or our picks in your pocket. Take a look at this. Tiffany 5-1, Morning's team 4-2. I'm 6-4, and Mindy is 3-2. So I can add. I've got 18 wins there, Mindy, and I have 9 losses. 67% if you include Mindy, myself, and Tiffany, and our morning steam picks, which are never going to be duplicates of our picks. So, and all right, so head on over to Tony'sPicks.com and use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20% off all of our premium pick packages. You see, Pravi, I talked about how hot he is. For the last 7 days, 2,300 units. He's 24 games over 500 there so far. So been a real strong performance for Pravi. I'm up there at plus a nickel over the last 7 days. Collins also up a nickel. Daniel up 427. Tim Irwin 12-9, Joshua Pope 4-2, and the others are up there in the profit zone, including Tony and Tiffany. For the last 30 days, it's Collins Brown 23-21 or 23-11 up there, leading the way over the last 30 days. I'm up there, a lot of sevens. Maybe I should play the lucky 7 slot machine, the classic. You guys, if you're ever at the casino, not sure what's going on, all these big new fancy machines with their touch screens, and you're not hitting it, just go back to the classics and go to the old lucky 7s and hit that a few times. Hey, Ralph Raymond plus 1589, probably Samba Murdy, there he is, and man, quick on the monthly leaderboard, 1156. Sean Dinwiddie up 621, and Mindy, I'm trying.
I know, you're so close. I saw you have it just a little bit last night.
Yeah. Couple games at the end didn't go. It seemed like I just went 2-1 and everything yesterday. That's fine. That's fine. You'll take that every single time. So, also have a UFC card today. MMA action from Newark, New Jersey, with a nice card. So, gonna be dealing out a package there. But hey, you're welcome to get our premium picks over at Tony's Picks from myself, from Mindy and Tony, the crew, all of us. Take a look at what we have over at Tony'sPicks.com and use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20% off the premium pick packages. Mindy and I will be rolling with ours as soon as we give you these free complimentary picks in just a moment. But you can always get our premium picks. Daniel has a 3-pack in the MLB. Tony's 3-pack on Saturday has 2 NBA plays, 1 in Major League Baseball, and there's Ben with a 3-pack in baseball. Nick Bartini has a playoff 3-pack, 2 NBA, 1 NHL. We know that's what we have going. And also take a look over here at the pick ticker, and you see action just getting underway. This one's just about to start. Frankfurt and Hoffenheim. You could pop on that one right now with Nick and have some action right here as we go along. And maybe you're in action already. And also, Nick has a play coming up at top of the hour, Leeds United and Manchester City. So
get Ramon's UFC card. Do it. Do it now. Do it.
I'll have it up there. I should have had it up there already. But hey, I want to look at this. Look at got some people filing in here. I don't know if we have any more.
Yeah, boy, RJ is here.
Well, all right, yeah, I wanted to mention that.
That's a sweet.
Curvin Cardi. I saw some of our regulars last night in one of those fancy rooms that I like to visit on the internet during the games.
The interwebs.
Curvin was over there watching one of the streams that I like to watch with the live betting, and I saw you in there, Curvin. So let's see what else. Walk this way, kind of like you go to the tree. Yeah, always bet on the gray. Always bet on the gray. Latifa's been busy, and yeah, where is it? Oh, there's your. Have we met your boy RJ? It feels like we have.
It feels like we have. Yes, it feels like.
It just doesn't say much or get a chance. Maybe he's during the week watching and not able to comment, but feels like your boy RJ's been with us once before and said hi. So hello, Corday here. Gerardo is here as well. All right, we're getting ready to give you those complimentary winners. We've got 60 people in, so now it's as good a time as any.
That's right.
It doesn't look like we have too many people interested in the Derby, but
well, they're just here for your picks, Ramon. That's all.
Well, to me,
nothing wrong with that. Get some expert advice.
I go way back with that. I mean, when it comes to betting, that's where I started was just as a young boy.
Right, that's what I say. My dad used to take me to the to the horses. We had a stay-at-home dad. My dad had a hard time ever keeping a job, one of those things. So we got to do all this fun stuff with him. Go to the horse track, go to the pig palace, like super fun stuff, right? When you're kids.
Mindy hanging out at Axar Bend.
Bend.
Many years. And
Nebraska is spelled backwards. That's all it is.
Walk This Way also has been involved in horse. And, nowadays you can like download an app and start investing in horses or, I don't know, even some sports teams kind of with your with stock. You could invest in Manchester United if you want. You could buy stock in.
That's awesome.
There's only a few teams really where you can own the if you want to own some teams, you could do that. You could own MSG, which is the Rangers and the Knicks and some of the other teams there, or the Braves Media Company. You can own the Atlanta Braves. Angel, that's where I hung out. Angel, I've been at Del Mar, worked at Del Mar for 5 years in the TV truck, the TVG truck. I did the graphics, just pushing the buttons, graphic come up on the screen. That was a fun job. Did that when I was, I'll say 29 to 33 or something like that. Long time ago. 20 years maybe.
Yeah, I mean, that's awesome. Walk This Way, 1975, again, own track horses. So that's pretty sweet. That's awesome, you guys.
Rocco, remember he said Sale would pitch into the 6th inning. And all right, Solo just went with our pick. Let's do it. All right. Walk This Way, buying those claimers. All right, let's get ready to roll here because we got a lot of baseball games to talk about and, of course, the playoffs. So we'll get right into it and go with our rapid fire selections for Saturday. Here they come.
We're ready.
Airplane Boop said go with the Padres.
Duh. Why didn't we take the Padres, Ramon? Jeez.
I know. That was one of our losses.
It was.
Well, maybe they'll be. Maybe they will be fired up for the rest of this series and start and pass them up. All right. And Butterscotch, a little late on the news, Butterscotch. Great to have Butterscotch as always. Okay. Let's roll. Here we go. Just want to make one note here before we start. All right. Going to go to the NBA playoffs today. And here's the thing, Mindy. I mean, we got a baseball card with some afternoon games. Mostly everything is, at night. It's almost like a weekday.
It's almost like a weekday.
Well, and just in terms of there's no really morning action.
Yeah, right. I was surprised. I looked at the card and I was like, first baseball game, 1 p.m. Central Time? Wow.
Yeah, just 2 games.
I feel like we got a little bit of a break. Usually we're like scrambling here to get done.
Well, let's get rolling with this. The Miami Heat and the New York Knicks, the series is tied at 1 back in New York. Miami was able to grab a game and did it pretty impressively. So we know there are a little bit of injuries to report here with Jimmy Butler still questionable for this one, but the Heat have found a way. Maybe not with Jimmy though. Feels like he'll should be in there with the line at 4. Jalen Brunson's on the injured list, but he's probable with that ankle. So it is a big factor to know the status of Jimmy Butler, which we don't know exactly. We know he's questionable, but we'd certainly like to know if he's in there or not. But got to make a pick right here, right now, Mindy, Knicks and Heat.
Well, yeah, I mean, I stayed up late last night watching some basketball, so Suns got it done. I mean, what can you do with like what the 40 point scorers there? Good game. I mean, they really turned it up there at the end. It looked like they just wore down that Nuggets team there. But yeah, Brunson, Butler, questionable. But it's one of those that I think this series has been defensive. I think it's going to kind of stay that way. I look for Miami to turn up the heat, Ramon. Heat are 6-1 against the spread versus the Knicks off of some rest here. I'm going to go with the Heat here today. I'm going to take them at home. I'm going to lay the 4.
It's tough for me because, the Heat is like something we went to the well time and time again in the regular season was to go against the Heat as a home favorite. They were terrible as a home favorite, but do we just erase the board now that we're in the playoffs because of the way they've looked right now? Spoelstra doing a great job. We saw Budenholzer end up getting fired. That was kind of a tricky spot for him as a family tragedy that didn't coach well in the series and they, get knocked out. There's Thomas on Miami, Angel on the Knicks. And wait, what? Oh, Angel. Okay, Angel. Knicks spread. Miami Heat. It's over. Oh, he must be liking the Knicks to cover, and also that the Heat are not going to be able to compete. He's not talking about the total, is he? Here's Blake on the over, and Brent, with his concerns about Butler. If Butler is out, he wants the Knicks. So, you guys can wait. We cannot. RJ likes the Knicks. A lot of Knicks support here. Howard on the Knicks. Airplane Boop Knicks. And Butterscotch, though, still liking Miami here, it looks like. And if Butler is out, I mean, this line is going to be, I would imagine, could it go to, just a 1 or 2 point favorite? I would think, yeah, most likely, if we find out he is going to be out. So, Latifa on the next one to say hello to Christopher Domkowski here today, and he says, if Jimmy plays, the Heat money line and Butler will get his points over. So always interesting when I see these type of props, Christopher, all due respect, but and that people are willing to play those props, for example, over like the guy's injured, he should be, even if he's in the lineup, not 100%. I know that the bookmakers are pretty smart too, so they're going to maybe sometimes downgrade those props a little bit, that maybe they won't produce, but I would think they wouldn't shade them too much because everyone likes to play over on props. Here's Burley, Miami money line. And Curvin on Miami as well. I'm really torn because of just the fact that Miami is not a great cover at all. So I will be taking the over in this game with the Knicks and Miami as my play here on the show.
All right,
I'm on the over, and Mindy's on Miami Heat. So got 2 plays there. And let's get going here with another great one. And, kind of interesting the way that these games are broken up. I mean, it's not like a TV doubleheader or anything. There'll be a couple hours in between. The next game is at 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific, 1:30 Mindy. And this game is 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific, and 6:30 Mindy with the Lakers, a 3-point favorite. And this total has been moving up steadily here, even this morning. I'm showing it up to as much as 228.5 here now, and the Lakers favored.
Again, the Warriors always rely on the 3-point shot. Again, they struggle on the road. We know the Lakers' depth, I think, is going to help them here again, especially in front of this home crowd. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Lakers. They are 4-0 in their last 4 games following a loss, and 5-0 against the spread their last 5 following a loss of more than 10 there as well. I'm going to go ahead and take the Lakers today to win and cover this one.
Okay, I will too, Mindy. I think I will take the Lakers here with you. Panger Live on the Lakers. We've seen some other sports. See Thomas on the Warriors here. They are on the road, right? The Warriors.
They are on the road.
That's everybody. Right. So, and been pointed out by our chat and also the talking heads and everything that if anything, remember, and it was something that I said early on, Mindy, back, I think it was even in a late, I think it was in a late regular season game, the one that they did play. And I said, Mindy, that remember the Warriors had long been dominating the Lakers. And this season, the Lakers in the regular season were turning the tables a little bit on the Warriors. And obviously now when you look at this series at 1, that the Lakers are actually able to get a win on the road. So that says maybe that the Lakers are the better team, win healthy with this revamped lineup that's doing so well. So let's see. We got a few more here. Brent on the Lakers. Christopher Lakers. He wants LeBron's points over. And Butterscotch said, look, they did fare well in Sacramento. And not saying Sacramento was ever a fraud here, but they did lack the championship experience, I think. And Lakers, this roster has championship experience, no doubt about it. Solo on the Lakers. Burley on the Lakers. Butterscotch Warriors, big meat, Warriors and under. So I think, Mindy, I think I'd call it a split in the
seems like it.
In the chat, yeah. But we'll be on the Lakers today. We'll lay 3 points here. All right. That's a look at basketball. Last call for basketball picks in the chat. And if not, we'll get ready to head on over to there it is. We'll head on over to the hockey game, which, like I said, everything's kind of an evening card, if you will. The hockey game, however, 7 Eastern, 6 Central, 4 Pacific. Hey, welcome to Adonis Connor.
Hello.
Great to have you, Adonis. Pleasure to meet you. And he says Lakers to win. And Anthony Davis gets over in his fantasy points. So sometimes you could get those apps that will, dole it out and,
Yeah, I don't get to play the prize picks and stuff like that, but those would be fun to do. I wish Iowa had it. Darn it.
So that's one thing I miss about California, as I've said, is playing daily fantasy, something that's not available here in Nevada. So,
which is so weird.
Yeah, well, they're going to control it from the casino, protect those long-term interests. And now Nevada, okay, I know I say here I am every day from the sports betting capital of the world, and that's what it is, but it's not the fantasy capital of the world and all that. All right, Latifah's ready to go with so hello to Adonis, though, and nice to have you here with us on the Morning Steam. First time I think we've met Adonis. Doesn't strike me as someone we've seen before, and I'd like to have our new viewers. All right. Mindy, the Oilers are going to take on the Golden Knights in the only game tomorrow. We get a triple header. That should be nice. But
Right.
this one right now, we saw the Knights take game one in the series, and they're coming back here as a dog once again. The Oilers a slight favorite on the road, $1.20 or so. And this total, look, it's for the most part,
That's
it's six and
heading
a
up,
half.
huh?
Yeah, well, it's 6.5 and juiced, but
Looks like it won't
there
be
are
maybe for long.
yeah, that even that line right there is too low. It's at least 6.5 over 35 at most
Okay.
sites now. It's even going up to 40 this morning, and of course, there are sevens out there to be had. If you like that, you want to go over that or under that, whatever the case may be. Their main line at several books now is 7. So
I just got my just in on the Forte being scratched. Good thing we're on early, Ramon.
Yeah, well, I was teasing Butterscotch. I'm
I
glad
know.
he's always one of our best guys for news. We did start the top of the show with that information. In fact, looking at a video right now. I was just peeking at a video here showing Forte, and again, it was the uneasiness of his paddock uh, walk, if you will. Uh, uh, the vet giving it an inspection here, and the vet examining the right front limb, and that looked like just a discomfort for the horse is what it ended up looking like here, the way I see it. So, all right, Mindy, the Oilers and the Golden Knights. We're starting to get our chat in here and talking about this one with Vegas up 1-0 in the series.
So Skinner can't be as bad as his last outing, right? I mean, allowed 5 goals, 33 shots. His defense needs to do better here. They only had 10 block shots here the whole game. I don't know. Golden Knights had 23 in game one. I think the Oilers here, they're just going to come out from the start of this game, put pressure on this Knights team. I'm looking for the Oilers to come back here and get this one. If you want to say it's a zigzag, it would be a zigzag. I'm going to go ahead take the Oilers today.
All right. Mindy wants the Oilers today as a favorite. I kind of want the Oilers as well. Uh, I like the road teams. What can I say? I've been doing a lot of road teams, and maybe I paid the price last time with the road teams, but here is Angel Reyes. Airplane Boop, thank you very much for those Major League Soccer picks. Wish they were there in the chat for everyone to see. And it's a huge, obviously a huge Saturday card. I thank you very much for those 13 games today in Major League Soccer. I'm ready.
Let's
I
see
want to
the
start.
calendars.
I want to start my MLS coverage. I just don't want to get off to got to be confident, got to be ready. I think I am ready, but I don't know if I'll get to premiums there quite yet. Over for Panger Life, over for Burley. I'm on Edmonton with you, Mindy, to even up this series. Look, this line is getting too high for me on the total. Oh, thanks, Adonis. So we know you've been watching and just finally got a chance to say hi to us. So thank you very much. Here's Airplane Boop with Vegas money puck line. That's got to be pretty scary. What's that price? Plus 1.5 at minus 225 or so. Latifa's ready to go the alternate universe in this one with an over 9. It wouldn't surprise me necessarily, given the fact that these teams are massive overs, certainly.
Right.
But in the playoffs, you'd think they'd be able to do some limiting of it. But again, it's all about Edmonton when I talk about the overs. I mean, it's not necessarily Vegas that's an over team. They actually trend slightly under. But again, we all know, I talk about it all year. Edmonton, 53 overs, 26 unders. And on the road, nearly 2/3 of their games go over, 27 and 14 to the over for Edmonton on the road. So let's see, we got a couple more comments here. Rocco, would Oilers team total over? And that Latifa decides on Edmonton with us, and Brent Oilers in regulation. Edmonton and over. A lot of Edmonton support. I'm kind of just trusting the fact that, road teams, Edmonton, good on the road. Vegas, probably didn't live up to expectations at home. I don't even think it's the best price, but I'm willing to do it. All right. And 209 Valley asking about team total over, and we had someone just suggest it there. And I would think that, given what the chat's saying, that would be kind of the team steam way in this one. But I'm worried actually about going over in this one finally. Maybe they know they've got to turn it up defensively. But and again, it has not been a rash of overs in the unders in the playoffs like maybe I was expecting. So, all right, that's it. Last chance on the puck, and otherwise we'll get over to baseball.
All right, let's do it.
Enjoy the hockey game tonight. Now tomorrow, like I said, we'll be covering 3 hockey games at triple header. So. And anybody seen Jonathan Quick lately?
Where'd he go?
Yeah, Latifa says, getting pretty intense in that Oilers and Golden Knights. Okay, baseball, everyone. Let's do this. This is where we're supposed to be making money. We were 4-2 yesterday. So I'll point out you were talking about that Phoenix game. I did have the Suns as a premium last night. Also had the total over, went 2-0 in my NBA premium. So
just tipped over.
Yeah, I did. Yep. Okay, here we go.
With Ramon.
Luckiest handicapper around.
That's right. Better lucky than good, they say.
Okay. Again, these games don't even get off until 2:15 Eastern time today. So baseball's kind of a ways away. No 1 o'clock Eastern games. Tigers and Cardinals. And we saw what happened yesterday. Mindy, you had the Tigers. Great job. Great job. Tony had the Tigers as well. And I thought the Cardinals would get right in this series, but maybe that's not. Maybe the Cardinals are indeed, going to have an un-Cardinal-like season. But good news, you see it right there, right next to the Cardinal name. The man in his last season here is ready to make his debut. Wainwright gets the start today, and he's a huge favorite once again. But this one did open as high as maybe 205, so there's value on the Cardinals, kind of.
Yeah, I think this one is going to be interesting. Again, I kind of feel like, I don't know where Wainwright is right now. But if I take a look at him historically versus the Tigers, he does have a 29.5% K rate, only allows a 288 slugging percentage. So no one hits him real hard here. Then you got Turnbull. We know he kind of has that higher ERA right now. But again, historically versus this Cardinals team, you're looking at a 33.3% K rate and only a 0.122 slugging. I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go under in this one. I'm going to hope that Wainwright comes out here firing today. I still think that the Tigers, they still have a little bit of trouble scoring a lot of runs, still averaging only 2.81, over 9 innings here over their last 5 games. So I'm going to go ahead and go under the total here.
All right. Meat was asking about that hockey game. Meat, we were on a consensus there, Mindy and I, with that pick on the road team. Here comes Howard. He says, "Let's go, Tigers." I don't know that that's a play, but that's he's cheering for. There's Blake on the over. Rick's here today. He's ready for NFL preseason. And I don't know if you guys caught this yesterday, but kind of sneaking up on us here. But they did play the first WNBA preseason games
saw that
yesterday. So there were no lines, but maybe the bookmakers will get around to it, or we'll just wait till the season starts. But so here, Burley Tigers, I believe that's run line and over. Latifa goes over. I'm with you on the under in this one, Mindy. So, sorry, Latifa. Angel does not like the Cardinals. And Rocco first 5 over. Burley Tigers run line and over. And Rocco might also be interested in the Urfi 209 Valley. Likes the Urfi. Says, you guys doing it. You guys kind of going against Turnbull or against Waney. It was a weight room injury that occurred. It wasn't an arm thing. It wasn't some strain like that. He was injured. Remember, at the World Baseball Classic. Prior to the World Baseball Classic, I think it was. So it looks like Angel. I'm pretty sure that's -1.5. I don't think Angel's going to go to the alternate universe on that one. Team total over. I'm thinking he's talking about the Cardinals here, and Solo wants to go over. Here's percent better. Great to have percent better again, as I said back for a little bit. Under and Cardinals run line. And Panger Life has got a single game parlay here. Cardinals money line. I love this. I mean, like I said, those could never be done back in the day, and these books are loosening up now. So hello to Gary. Well, nice to see you today. And here's Brent on the Detroit, looks like. And Panger, let's see, Airplane Boop maybe going over here in this one, but we're on the under, Mindy, here, especially I think the fact that that 9, in fact, geez, that's 9 over now. The steam came in on the over. I understand, I get it, but I want under. And we're even getting a better price, Mindy, because now it's like 9 over 15. So it continues to go up, but I don't see it that way. I see what you're. I'm with you on the Tiger offense, kind of, and what's been going on there. Scotch is ready to go on the under. So, all right, that's our pick. Under.
Here we go.
We always pick the first one in baseball.
We were excited when we, to take off the first game of the day.
All right, here's the Marlins and the Cubs. I know we just saw a comment in the chat. So here the Cubs are $1.70, and this total is down to about 9 flat right now.
Yeah, so Joshua Thomas, he was on the Cubs run line in the way back, but I don't recall Joshua Thomas. Maybe it's just me, but I wanted to make sure we got him on there because, again, he was, I don't know, not excited about, the NHL there. So put in his, Cubs run line pick pretty early. But for me, I'm going to go ahead and go over the total here today. Again, Cubs putting up almost 5 runs a game here over their last 5 home games. Marlins team, they're hitting right at about 4. Plus that bullpen, they allow 4.7 runs per game there as well. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and hit the over. I'm hoping for a lot of Cubs runs here today.
All right. Yeah, I had to go back and get Joshua Thomas because I don't think we've maybe Josh has been here, but good to see Joshua here, and I want to make sure I got his comments because I don't see Josh too much if he's been here or piping in with any plays. So great to have Josh here today. So you said under though, Mindy?
No, I went over here.
You are going over.
Yep. Again, I think the Cubs are, they'll get back with that offense at home. And then the Marlins here, they've been putting up about 4 runs of offense. So I think we got good enough to get over get to double digits here today.
Good. Okay, good. 'Cause I'll go with you on this one and take the over in this one today. So we have Scotch here. Maybe he can chime in a little bit with the weather report. But let's also see what else is going on. Look what Angel said. Marlins, the king of the one-run games. There's no doubt about it. I mean, they are, continue to crush these one-run games right now. Let's see here. So I saw a few more picks in this one. Solo on the Marlins here. Oh, here's Cubs. Oh, look, Scotch has got the Cubs on a Scotch. So I didn't know if he had them check the weather here. The game will start in the low 60s and then get to the high 60s with the wind blowing from right to left here, 12 miles an hour today. So, man, that wind is just crazy. All right, percent better will be on the over and the Marlins. Okay, Cubs over for Blake. Smiley at home, that's enough for Burley, it looks like. And Howard says he'll stick with the under on this one. The steam came in on the under. I'll just point that out. But I do like the fact that, the Marlins are 10-0 in one-run games, and Angel says, the Marlins plus a run and a half. Why would was it? It was Angel. Don't. Why would you do Angel? My underdog pal. Just take the Marlins. I mean, they're not going to lose by one. We know that. Teasing him a little bit there, but all right. A few more picks here. Bionic on the run line. Hope I didn't miss anybody. Latifa Cubs. Yeah, no, I get it. Angel. Cubs run line here for Fernando. I'm gravitating towards the underdog here. Oh, Big Lucci, you must have not have seen a game this year. It's changed so much.
Or just just watch 7, 8, 9. You get a lot of action there.
The game has changed as we know it. No more cobwebs growing on the fans. All right, we're on the over in this one, Marlins and Cubs. Here's the Rockies and the Mets today. Gomber and McGill. Mets 205, 8.5 over 25.
I feel like whenever I have Gomber on the mound, I need to head to the over. That's where I'm going to go here today. He does have that 7.57 ERA, 4.91 on his away split, 17% K rate. So, a little bit subpar for him. McGill, on the other hand, he does, he does strike out some folks here. He's been playing well, but I think here we get some bats going today. I'm going to go ahead and take the over.
I don't know what Angel's saying here, but that makes me laugh. Mets don't know what's. Oh my gosh! I want to say hello right now to Cookie Linwoos. We might need Curtis here, but it was good. No, go. I think we don't. Cookie is.
Right.
Thank you, Cookie. Great to have you here. Looks like you've been watching the network over there, and great to have you just chime in and say hello. Great to have you. All right, and Mindy will be on the over in this one. I mean, we definitely Colorado. Now maybe it's at home there where I keep making fun of the fact that the Colorado games are not going over this year and the runs are down in Colorado, but those teams are kind of trending too much under for me. I think, Mindy, to be with you. I'm going to go Colorado on that run line plus a run and a half at minus $1.15, maybe $1.20. I'll be on the Rockies. We saw, pretty nice effort yesterday, I thought, from the Rockies. I did give out the under on the show. So,
There
And
comes Curtis.
yeah. No, we got him with Curtis. Cookie is definitely Cookie. Solo here is with me on the Rockets run line. Bionic did say Mets run line we saw. Percent better's got usual percent better plays under 4.5 first 5. Also Colorado run line. Airplane boop, Mets money line. Brent Cook likes the Rockies. And yeah, well, no, I get it in this matchup certainly. Oh, Butterscotch also is with me in this one. So yeah, well, I just thought the 1-0 game certainly was interesting, but again they covered that run line yesterday, and I know Mindy tried to lay it there, but no big deal. Okay, Fernando under first 5. Rockies will find their way to a run line win here. Howard, Colorado. All right. Mindy is on the over. I'm on Rockies run line. You can just picture Curtis, Curtis as a guy like, yeah, well, right. I don't know. I just picture him as like when Curtis, like everyone's like, here comes Curtis. We're all like, things are serious right here. When he comes in the room, I think we're all watch Curtis. Okay, here's the Yankees and the Rays. Mindy, hey, saw the game yesterday. So let's see what happens today with Herman going up against Rasmussen in this one. $1.65, $1.65, 7.5 over 20. So we are seeing some movement here to the Yankees.
Well, I feel like I got to keep hitting the over here as well, Ramon. I mean, Rays still putting up about 6 runs of offense. Hey, Yankees kind of came alive there a little bit yesterday. 2 still, pretty good bullpens, but it looks like there's been a lot of work going on here at the bats in the early innings. I'm going to go ahead and go over the total here.
All right, Mindy, going to take the over in this one with the Yankees and the Rays. Yeah, I tried to give out the Rays yesterday on that run line. They ended up with a 1-run win. And we just got ticked, Mindy. I think on that total, I don't know if we got the 9 out there. Did you? You might have a push or a loss, but nonetheless, it was darn close to that number. Let's see here what you guys are up to. Here's the Bionic on the Rays on the run line. Mindy going over in this one today. And, I'm going to be on it with Mindy, I think, here after 9 runs were scored yesterday. Percent better here for Yankees and under. Rays. Oh, here's an over with us with Blake. Latifa wants the Yankees to get one. So does Numbers Gang here today. Numbers Gang. Fernando. Butterscotch Yankees run line. Yeah. Yep. That's where I want to go today. I think the Yankees will start. They've gotten over the fact. Look, we can't just say, "Oh, hey, no Judge, no Stanton." Right now, they're in it with this group. So, Panger Life will lay the Rays. Rays keep it going. Money line and over for Verley. Just can't trust the Yanks. And Big Lucci's ready for our WNBA coverage. Solo over as well. We're on the over, Mindy, Yankees, and the Rays today. Steam came in on the under, of course, I would guess, because the Yankees and all their Howard on the over. Yeah, all their unders, but I want to go over today, especially down at a 7.5 now. I know Rasmussen, he's the ace of the staff, and but remember, you do have Rays, my number 1 offense, and Yankees. I've got them top 10, certainly still right now. Curvin is on the Rays. One day I'll be able to say Curvin without having to stop myself after the K. I'm sorry, Curvin. But yeah, like I said, I saw him on the chat room. Okay, Jay here, Heat money line. I want to say, so who else did I see in that chat room? They might be in here right now. I didn't get a chance to say hi yesterday. That was a basketball. Good to see Jay Boone though here. All right, Mindy, we're on the over in this one.
All right.
Twins and the Guardians here. Sonny Gray and Allen. Minnesota is a slight favorite on the road, $1.15. It may be even close to a pick 'em. 7.5 under 20. This one got steamed under. It's totally moving towards the under this morning.
Well, yeah, I mean, you have two pretty good pitchers here, right? Sonny Gray, he's probably gonna, keep the Guardians here on their toes. 0.7 ER, 0.77 ERA overall, 0.9 on the road. Then you have Logan Allen. He has a 2.45 overall, 1.5 there on his splits. So yeah, I mean, I think this is going to be a good one. I think it probably comes down to the bullpen after some good starting pitching. I'm going to give the edge to this Guardians bullpen here. That's how I'm going to go in this one. Taking the Guardians on the money line.
Mindy with left-hander Logan Allen. She'll take the Guardians at, maybe minus $1.05 or so. Maybe it could be a pick 'em by game time. Showing a little bit of shift here to the Guardians. The steam came in on the under in this game. I don't trust the steam at all, and I'm going to end up on the over here with the Twins and the Guardians. I do respect what you're saying about journeyman Sonny Gray and Logan Allen. Don't mind the Twins lineup here. Let's see what we have. See if there's been any announcements or anything on. It's probably, what am I thinking? It's no, still action's too late to actually probably see any people out of the lineup. So here comes the picks, and here's Angel with the Guardians money line. He likes Logan Allen in this matchup. Bionic will be on the Twins here, and Numbers Gang on the Guardians. And let's see here. Latifah's on Cleveland. I think she's on Cleveland. Brent's on the Twins. Angel's on the Guardians. It looks like looks like we're a little bit mixed in the chat. Mindy will be on the Guardians, and I'll be on the over in this one, especially down to that 7.5. I'll take the over. All right. Howard says, I see a challenge, Mindy, between you and
Tony T.
Well, I will say this. We did have two challenges yesterday, Mindy, but one of them was Red Sox and the Phillies. The total was 8. I went under, you went over. I think it landed on 8.
It did.
That's good handicapping, I think.
Right. 50% on each side. Funny.
Brent says, mixed bag. A percent better on the money line. And, hey, Curtis has got an over here. So, all right, Curtis, we're on it together. All right. Next up will be the Blue Jays and the Pirates. In this one, Mindy, yesterday we had the Blue Jays. How about that? And I had a premium on the under, by the way. That came home as well. So, what can we do here with them today? Blue Jays and the Pirates. Maybe the Pirates are starting to give a little bit back, playing some good teams. Blue Jays obviously going to be a favorite here. $1.30, the total 9 under 20. Definitely going down a little bit with this total here.
I kind of see it a little bit opposite. I'm going to go ahead and go over 9 here today. I feel like this is a day for these Pirates hitters to get on Barrios here a little bit. 7.77 ERA here on the road, giving up almost 2 home runs per 9 innings here on those splits. Again, I kind of feel like the Pirates, I think they're getting those bats going a little bit again. Blue Jays, they've been pretty consistent all along here, putting up almost 5 runs of offense. Blue Jays, though, been giving up almost 5 runs on their defense here, too. So going over the total here.
Okay, Mindy on the over here with the Blue Jays and the Pirates. 9, that's pretty big. It's pretty high total. So I might be sitting this one out as far as the total's concerned with you. I was definitely leaning over, but starting to see a little bit of market action come back on this right at 9 under 20. It's going to need a little further investigation from me. So I'll take the Blue Jays today to repeat it on the road and get this one again. I'm going to go back to the well with the Blue Jays. See what you guys are up to. Hanger Life, gonna wave that Jolly Roger. Here's Pirates for Blake. Fernando's gonna be on the Jays in the over. Bionic is here on the Pirates. And Big Lucci said he wants some baseball action a little bit. Big Lucci, you're a gambler at heart. He's going to be having some action. And, maybe the Pirates are starting to give it back just a little bit. You want them to continue. I think we want the Pirates, man. Just why not?
Let's hope. Yeah.
Have a good season. There's definitely getting plenty of support here. I'm on the Blue Jays, though. I should still be a mismatch, the Pirates, until further notice. I mean, great start, still a good record. We get it. Curtis wants the over here with you, Mindy. And percent better, though, we'll go under. So a little bit of mixed action there. But fine by me. Here's, okay. I'll be on the Blue Jays. Yeah, Barrios definitely giving it up so far. And airplane, boop. Trying to look at that avatar there for airplane boop. All right, Mindy on the over. I'm on the Blue Jays. White Sox and Reds. Well, I had a loser premium yesterday on the Reds. Shame on me, I guess. Trying to think that the White Sox were gonna, win one on the road. See, but on the show, I think they were getting plenty of support. You were on them, Mindy. I couldn't do it. Now I did give out the over on the show, so we actually swept this game yesterday.
All right, nice. Well, I mean, I think this one comes down to maybe Clevenger. I mean, he's allowed 14 hits and 8 runs in 10 innings so far. So really hasn't had that good of a season here. I kind of expect the Reds here to break out, right? They're the ones at home hitting or scoring 5 runs per game. I'm going to go ahead and go over the total here again. I think this one gets into double digits here as well. I feel like there's going to be lots of runs today, or at least I hope so, Ramon.
Okay. I thought you were going to, gravitate toward the Reds there. You kind of fooled me there, but I agree with you. I've got to pull for some runs here in this one. The total there, that's still right, kind of. I see I messed it up kind of on the graphic, but it's 9 over 15, not 9 over 155. In fact, right now it's actually, it's still 9 over 15. The Reds are up to a $1.25 favorite, so maybe there is some action there coming a little bit on the Reds. But I'm on the over here with Mindy. How about you guys in the chat? Let's get our plays up there real quick. On this one, not the best game on the board, but we've got Bionic on the Reds here. And percent better says White Sox money line and over. Angel, White Sox money line. Here's Reds and over for Fernando. I saw just a minute ago, interestingly, Latifa mentioned the Toronto game, and I did just give it out. I wanted to mention just right this second, after I gave it out, but nonetheless, that line is on the move. They are getting steamed right now. Look at this, $1.40 for the Blue Jays right
Everyone's
now.
betting on it right now. That's what's happening.
It wasn't me giving it out, but I'm showing as high now as $1.50 at some books, circa $1.51. DraftKings $1.45. We're seeing Toronto on the move right now. If you want Toronto, get on them now. It might be too late. Anyways, also the Phillies getting steamed in their game. We'll get to that one in just a moment. All right. A few more comments here on the big Reds White Sox tilt. I was on tilt in that game with that premium, though. I shouldn't have. I would never go against Mindy. I should have known better. Here's Reds money line for Blake. And Curtis loves the over in this one with us, you guys. Sox money line for Solo. Gary on the Reds. Definitely conflict of interest here with the chat on the side. But I think we got a pretty good consensus on the over here. Butterscotch will take the Southsiders. And Airplane Boop goes against us, it looks like, in this one. That's Airplane Boop's album. Airplane Boop is a musician, it sounds like. All right, Mindy, we're on the over here. So we got plays in Major League Baseball for sure. Here comes, I think pretty much was right on here and talked about the way this one yesterday, Mindy, we were on the over. It seemed like easy money and just awful pitching. I mean, just terrible, really. I also gave out on the video on the sponsor Video Athletics run line. They were able to come away with that yesterday. So here you got Waldichuk, you got Singer. You know, it's fun. The Royals. I mean, what's wrong? I mean, I like
everything is wrong, Ramon. Everything.
I like some of these pitch. I mean, I like the look. I can't say
last year was absolute money. This year he's I don't know what.
Maybe, I get that. I get that too. But again, I mean, you know, he's scored this year so far in a couple as well. I mean, let's not say he's awful, but the numbers are bad. But you know, he been competitive pitcher. So anyway, the Royals are a big favorite again. Anyways, they're up to $1.70 in the total. The bookmakers are catching up a little bit, 10/20.
Well, I mean, it's one of those like, you know, Singer. I mean, he did give up 8 runs on 5 hits. You know, versus Minnesota there in his last time out. He's 0-2 lifetime versus this A's team with a 4.58 ERA. His current ERA at home is 8.4. I mean, he's just struggling. I don't know what else to say about it, right? And then, you know, Waldichuk, he has a 9.82 ERA here on the road, but you know, he kind of did cut his ERA in half last time. He struck out 9 in his last 2 starts. So maybe he's, you know, I think a little bit more on the upshot here. I'm going to take the A's on the run line here today, sitting at about minus 140. I liked the Royals yesterday. I thought that's the one that they were going to get. No such luck.
Yeah. One thing, like I said, this total got steamed over. You see it there. I mean, these two teams are 2 huge overs. Look at this. This is the game of the day right here. Probably is if you just want some excitement, some offense.
No hitter.
You know, the teams are bad, but here's Fernando wants to lay the Royals. Blake's on the Royals. Angel laid 2.5 with the Royals today. Latifa on the over, Verley on the over. Angel likes the K-prop over here with Singer. Latifa's on the Royals.
Are you sure, Latifa? I'm just kidding.
Here's Butterscotch saying over. He's pointing out the weather conditions today. Let's take a look. And Definitely warm day there, Mindy. How is the weather up there by you? Down
It's
in
damp.
Kansas.
Like it's damp. Like it's just like the dogs go outside and come back in and they have like just a layer of like moisture on on them, So it's just a damp, rainy-ish. It's not rainy, but it's just heavy air. So like my brother has his kids out there, playing softball here today. And they're all playing. So what I'm saying is there's not rain, but it's a lot of moisture in the air here today.
Okay, because down a little bit, and because down in Kansas City, the game will start today in the high 80s at least. It will, get considerably cooler as the game moves along. But
Yeah, they get quite a bit of different weather than we do, just the way that the Missouri River flows there. So we're not I think we're expecting a high of 80, but it's only 60 right now. So
all right, Mindy, on the A's in this one. And yeah, boy, this one, these two teams God, there's just such massive overs. Solo on the over here. Here's airplane boop, A's and under. That's, it's funny because that's the way I'm kind of feeling a little bit like maybe it finally is starting to come back a little bit, to the under, like 10. Gosh, it seems kind of wild there, but man, these teams are just producing so many overs. Here's Royals for Bionic, and Curtis says it was a lock. Oh boy, that's tough for me. I mean, again, these guys are massive overs, and I kind of wanted to agree a little bit with Curtis to a certain extent. But I may end up just being on the over again because these guys can't seem to get anybody out. Steam came in on the over. I'm on the over. Curtis against me, but that's okay. It's just that, these teams right now. So, all right, let's see here. Big Lucci says the A's are not moving to Las Vegas. I think they're going to work it out. I think they will be here. There's just no solution in Oakland. The problem actually is in Vegas. The Clark County's kind of saying, hey, not so fast. I mean, just because they bought their land, we're not proving anything yet. But it's just going to be impossible to stop them from moving unless they can start build groundbreaking tomorrow on a stadium in Oakland.
yeah.
All right. And yeah, that's another thing. The weather can, humid. It sounds humid to me. I don't know. I don't have that much that in depth of information, but I'm going to be on the over. I can't go. I'm looking for every reason, Curtis, to get on the under, but can't do it. And Mindy is on the Oakland A's on the run line.
Correct.
And I want to be on Kansas City. It's just that who wants to lay $1.70 with Kansas City? How am I going to get them on
Latifah does. That's who. Latifah does. That's who. She wants them.
I want them too, but at $1.70, look.
With Brady Singer.
Look, this thing opened as low as well, I guess $1.55 or so. There was a send out lower, but God, could I really put them in as a premium at $1.70? I want to. I think they can win this one. All right, let's move on. We've spent enough time on that game. The Brewers and the Giants here, and here's a flip-flop. Oh, look, the Giants were able to come up. I don't know, Mindy, if you stayed up late last night.
I did.
Were able to come up with the win last night. That was my other premium loss. Tried to take the Brewers there, but you gave out the Giants, if I'm not mistaken, on the show.
I did.
I gave out the over, so we had another sweep there with our picks yesterday. I think our picks were actually very good. The ones we didn't agree on, I think we had a lot of winners yesterday on the show. Pretty much again, I know we did. So here the Cobb is favored $1.65 and the total 8.5.
Oh, well, I'm going to go ahead and take the Brewers here on the run line. It looks like they're sitting at about minus 145-ish or so. I mean, the Brewers had plenty of opportunity yesterday to win that game, even at the end of the
Oh
game,
God.
right? Tellez was up.
God,
All
man.
they had to do was park one, right? And the Giants, though, it's one of those that they've won their last, quite a few of their last few here. But I just feel like the Brewers are going to stop struggling offensively at kind of some point here, right? That's kind of what I'm looking for. I'm kind of looking for the Brewers to have a big game here. But again, it's one of those that I know they've been struggling, and that's the only thing. It's kind of reminds me of this Mariners team, right? They've just been struggling a little bit. The bats, I know they're better than this. So I'm taking the Brewers here plus 1.5 runs.
All right, I will take him on the money line, but I'll take him on the run line with you so we can have a play. And I kind of maybe it's best that I take the run line with you. Yeah, that was frustrating, certainly sitting there with the Brewers ticket in my pocket and trying to get them home on with the way it went down.
Yeah, they were the last game on last night. So after the basketball game, I flipped it over, see what was happening.
Yeah, and I was, I wanted to turn it off there several times the way it was going. So, maybe I can give a lean to the under. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Here's Bionic, though, on the Brewers. I'm on the Brewers run line with you, Mindy. There's no doubt about it. I'm going to try them again against the Giants. Look, Cobb, pretty good. We know Cobb is good, so I get it with and Colin Ray, but this is still the Brewers. Is that line just looks so high to me, despite what happened yesterday. Here's Butterscotch on it with us. So, I think Ray is a guy that, because of his splits a little bit, that's the way I feel like, he'll be able to handle those right-handed bats. So let's get on them here and take the Brewers on the run line. All right, the Orioles and the Braves. How about the Orioles? Great job yesterday. I did have an over as a premium. Yeah, we took the Braves. We paid the price there. But the Orioles definitely need a salute for the way they smashed the Braves yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see them having, 6 earned runs versus Freed.
They just couldn't get them. They couldn't get, and then Braves couldn't get out of that inning, and the Royals just kept piling on the run. The Orioles just kept piling on the runs. So here we go with with Bradish in there. I don't know, Strider. We know Strider is great, but Bradish is a little bit of a nice, pleasant surprise here, if you will. But still have two good offenses. These teams have been massive overs, but what can we do today?
Well, I mean, I think like you had mentioned, Bradish here, he's the one with the better splits, right? 2.19 ERA on the road. So I mean, I like where he is. So for me, I'm going to go with the Orioles here on the run line today. They are scoring more. The Braves are giving up more runs than what they should. Orioles right now have a little bit better bullpen here too. Each of these teams have 9 saves, but the Braves, they've allowed 14 home runs in their late innings. So I'm taking the Orioles on the run line here.
Yeah, and I'm really, not really willing to do the Orioles on the money line, even at this, because of this price. 235, 8 over 15. Going to be some Brave support here, I think. Fernando run line, Blake run line. Butterscotch, so we're with Butterscotch. We're on the Orioles here, plus 1.5. They are. The offense is clicking, but Strider. It's definitely a tough matchup, no doubt about it. I agree, Bradish with good splits. Still not in the category of Strider, but Bradish has been nearly as profitable as Strider. I'll tell you that much. Orioles on the run line for Takia and Bionic here run line. We'll take it with us. And Solo says Orioles money line. How about Solo with a dog play here?
Right.
And Butterscotch will do it too. Just put in one of his parlays, a couple of his parlays. Just throw him in there with some plays. But yeah, I like the Orioles here. Good pitching matchup. I think wouldn't surprise me, Mindy. 4-3, 3-2, something right in there. Maybe the Braves win. Maybe the Orioles got a chance again to win it. And let's take.
We got them. We got them.
Let's take the Orioles. Red Sox. When they're going to start getting some respect here at the window? Come on, the Phillies are a big favorite here again today. It's $1.40, even $1.45. The total's 9.5.
Right. I mean, maybe Boston, they're trying to, like you said, prove themselves for contenders instead of these Phillies. That's how I'm going to head again today. I had Red Sox yesterday, taking the Red Sox here again today. A little bit of plus money. I think they're sitting at about 120-ish or so. Again, I mean, like the bats are totally hot right now, and Kluber's been better. The lineup's been just really dangerous, averaging almost 8 runs a game here. I just like how they've been playing. And then Jensen came in yesterday, really just mowed him down. I mean, he looked like he was on fire here too. Phillies are 0-4, so I'm going to stick with the hot team, going Red Sox.
All right. I almost wanted to, see. I know his money line run line just too high at $1.65 or so. Yeah. I kind of wanted a little bit of insurance here, but again, if I'm saying that, why are the Phillies a favorite with Falter, who, he's been a money burner so far.
Money burner.
Well, right. I mean,
yeah.
So let's do it. I'll take the Red Sox. If you like them on the money line, I'll give into that. I was just going to maybe play him personally on the run line. It's not something I'm going to tell anybody about. I just said it in front of 75 people here in our chat room. Appreciate everyone here today, including Mr. Wade Wilderman. Great to have you, Wade. I don't know what that is. That looks like a giant bear in diapers.
Or dog. I think it's a dog, but I'm not sure.
But it is great to have Wade. I think
maybe it's the KC Wolf. That's who it is, right there.
We're just meeting Wade, I think, for the first time. I don't recognize Wade, but it's great to have him here. And I know we're not talking about that game, but just wanted to shout him out for being here in our chat, because everyone gets shouted out. This show is all about the chat. Mindy and I are giving you these picks, but all right. Latifa wants the over here in this one. I don't give out too many plays on the premiums on the show, but Latifa, if you're out there, nobody else look. I'm just winking at Latifa. I'm not sure.
I come up here very often, so I gotta get Nikki on screen.
Oh, this is Nikki. Okay.
Yeah, Nikki doesn't come up. She likes to stay downstairs. She doesn't get around too much like the other dogs do. Oh, okay. Here's
Nikki. I told
she needs a haircut.
I told Mindy before the show that the pup around here is not doing too good. Oh my God, there it is.
There's Juno, the big dog. She needs a haircut too. But they got to go get their shots on the 17th. Then they'll get their haircut.
Look at Juno's amazing.
Juno's huge.
Oh, my goodness, we could probably just watch Juno and we get better ratings. Okay.
Right.
Better. Right. Here's Howard's on the Sox with us. Butterscotch on the Sox. Here's Takia. Sox on the run line. Also Burley Sox. Bionic Sox. I don't think we need to go any further. Curtis going to be on the under here. I was thinking the other way, but like I said, I was not sure. I was winking at Latifa that maybe I was going to do a premium. Maybe I'm 50-50, so don't count me on it like, Ramon might have a premium in there. Not all the way sure. But Kluber, good point. Big Lucci, he definitely has, and I do see his. I do see that Kluber can get back a little bit here and start to work on this, especially with the Red Sox hitting like they are, definitely playing well. I mean, don't forget they are now 20-14. Moneyline Mills is here today. Great, Wade. It's a pleasure to have you. Yeah, and Brent says it's a kennel. So I told Mindy before the show, poor dog here, Mindy, having the
Yeah,
the
having
old
some
dog
seizures.
seizures. He's like, I think he's 15, and I'm not a pet owner, so really just having met the dog, seeing it walk with the dizzy, with the limp and running into the wall, it just made me sad. So, all right, looks like no more comments on this game. Mindy and I are on the Red Sox.
I only have 3 cats, not 7. Goodness.
Brent's a cat mom.
Right?
Cat lady. Brent.
Crazy cat lady.
Oh, Brent doesn't like that. Brent is down on the cat situation. All right.
Sounds like a whole litter of cats there.
And they keep bringing him, and he's like, not another one. All right, the Nationals and the Diamondbacks. Hey, we got a little bit of a interesting one here with Gore and Henry. We've got Henry $1.35 now. Looks like it's going down a little bit. The total is 9.5 under 15. I'm calling it Diamondbacks 135, 9.5 under 15.
Yeah, so I really liked those Diamondbacks uniforms yesterday. I mean, it made me want to get that yellow and black, Diamondback hat. That was pretty sweet.
Were they wearing the serpentine uniform?
Yes, they had the serpentine uniform.
Is that what it is? Is that their ultra serpentine, or is it something?
Yeah, it was pretty sweet. I liked it a lot. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go to the under. Kind of like how the steam was kind of playing out here. It's one of those, like we talked about Gore. I mean, he seems to have like a kind of a good outing, bad outing type of thing going on here. I just kind of think that the Nationals bats haven't been able to quite come alive here. So I'm going to go under the total. I am expecting Gore to have a good day today.
All right, Mindy on the under. These two teams definitely produced some unders, and the steam came in on the under as well. So we definitely have seen a little bit of movement, though, to the over there. As you see it at 9, where is it? There it is, 9.5 under 15. So Mindy going to go with the under here. Henry's been, he's been money. If you're betting on him anyway. Might be the biggest. I think he's the biggest winner on this card so far. If you're just talking about one of my favorite categories, which is
winning.
Right? I mean,
who gets the dollars?
Well, the thing. I mean, I'm certainly in baseball. I do pay more attention to the numbers, but you definitely can't ignore the fact that pitchers can pitch with leads sometimes, and pace themselves, keep themselves in the game. Let's take a look. Here's Blake on the Nats. And looks like Latifa on the under with you. Bionic on the Nats today. And Butterscotch on the under here. This one, for me, I don't think I can pass up this discount now with Arizona. There's some support for Washington. I'm a Gore fan, but I'm turning into a Henry fan. And I'm going to take Arizona today at home at this price.
Ramon likes money.
At $1.35. And just want to take a look and see here. Take a look at these, what the expected lineups are. So
okay.
All right. Yeah. Again, I mean, for me, it's the Nationals and their, poor offense. That's why I have to go with Arizona here. And, Mindy talked about it with the under and the Nationals, inability to put up a lot of runs. So here, though, Burley looks and plenty of Nationals support in the chat for this one. Here's Leroy, though, wants the money to Brent on the Diamondbacks. So maybe it's a little bit of shaded towards Arizona, but there's Nationals support as well. But again, look at the National League West. I mean, okay, we saw the Padres, Dodgers. We're about to talk about them in a minute here, but Arizona's 18-14. Did anybody see that coming?
No.
Here's the Nationals under for airplane boop with you, Mindy. And again, these teams go under. The Steam came under. I was kind of looking under, but now I see this move to the over. I'm going to investigate it further. Probably won't make the card, I guess. Okay. Yesterday, the Padres won. I'm happy about it. Maybe I'm surprised because we were on the Dodgers, Mindy. Maybe I was just, Tony said Padres, and he's a Dodger guy, and I said Dodgers, and I'm a Padre guy.
No one wanted to be called a homer.
Right. And so, but here's Snell, who's, the weak link at this point. I contend that Snell is a guy that does get better. Steam came in on the Padres in the over here, and now the Padres are up to $1.20, maybe even $1.25, and the total is 8.5 under 15.
I kind of like the under though here today, Ramon. I like Dustin May. He's someone that's been I think maybe a little bit of a surprise here for me. 2.7 ERA here on the road, 23.1% K rate. Blake Snell, historically versus the Dodgers, he has a 28% K rate. He does tend to kind of sometimes give up the long ball. So that's something that I think that he needs to work on to eliminate, of course. That's why his ERA, if we don't look at those splits, is sitting at a 5.28 here. But I kind of look at, Padres, a little bit of lack of bats here at the moment. They also play well on defense, though. This Padres team right now, they're only giving up 3.82 runs here at home. So I think this one's going to be a low scorer. I'm going under the 8.5 here.
All right, Mindy, with the under here with May and Snell. Look, I don't think you're saying, the surprise for you, I think, is that May coming off the injury and performing well because we know that even before being sidelined for he had a long recovery, maybe even longer than average. But he was looking great. I mean, he was pitching great for the Dodgers. He was a great, everybody was captivated by this guy early. His appearance notwithstanding. I mean, he's all, he's got a, great movement on the ball. So, if anything, kind of, looking for him to, resurrect his career and keep it going, get it back together. So a good job for Dustin May. I get it on the under here, Mindy. I'm so torn on this one, though. I kind of want to take my Padres in this spot. But man, now that the price has gone up, that's starting to bother me a little bit. So I'm going to try them today. I'm going to take the Padres. The Steam came in on the Padres. I'm going to take my Padres. They won the first one, so sure, I'll go with them. Probably don't go with the Padres as much as I should because I'm such a doubter. I mean, I've favored this team at home so far. That's why I was on the Dodgers yesterday, and I thought with this series, the Padres. But again, here's a Padres team where what I said, I still kind of hold true. They play, against the Dodgers, they're fired up, they're ready. You get some Rockies in here, and they're like going through the motions a little bit. Doesn't make any sense why this team performs like that. Here come the comments with Butterscotch on the Dodgers. Blake is on the under. Want to say hello to James Roberson here today. Good to see James. I think James has been with us before, I want to say. So. And Brent says he does not bet against Dodgers against lefties, even if it's Blake Snell. Brent here with the under with you, Mindy. Wade says he likes to fade Blake. And right now, I mean, he is I talked about who the biggest most profitable pitcher on this card was today. And, well, let me just say who the least profitable pitcher was. Snell has been the money burner of the day. Here's Leroy, Dodgers money line and under, airplane, boop. Said Padres, Bionic Padres, Blake, first 5 run line for the Dodgers.
Lots of Padres.
Wade pointing out the Padres' lack of success with Blake on the mound. Fernando, Padres for sure, airplane, boop. Again, they get up for the Dodgers for whatever reason right now. So, yeah, Latifa. I was disappointed the Padres wore their city. I don't like the City Connect uniforms, but most of the fans seem to like them. So, when you got a great uniform like getting back to the brown, that was a huge deal in San Diego, Mindy. I don't know if fans realize it. I mean, outside of San Diego, they didn't like the blue in San Diego because why would you want the blue? Now that was back when the Padres had a different owner when they went to the blue, and Steve Garvey never liked the blue, so that was a big deal back then. But the Padre fans want their own identity. They don't want to be blue because we know who's blue, so they don't want to be blue. So, but they got this City Connect. They kind of feel like it ties San Diego to Tijuana a little bit, Latin influence and all that, which is great for this community. Certainly, have you seen, Mindy? Just real quick, we get to the last games here. But have you seen the Padres dugouts? We know they take the little Polaroid. I'm a Padres fan, so I'm talking about Padres. But have you seen what they've gotten into now since they went to Mexico?
No, I haven't.
They hang a piñata and they dance around and they snap the piñata and the candy comes out, and that's how the Padres are celebrating their victories. You could take a look at some of those videos on Twitter. They've been
these baseball antics. I tell you, like the, just all of the hats. I don't know.
All right, the Rangels.
The Rangels. I like it.
That's all I gotta say. That's the Rangers and the Angels are the Rangels. Yeah, here the Angels are today, Mindy, against the Rangers. We saw the Rangers have to adjust their pitching staff a little bit, and the Angels got the best of them yesterday. I had a premium on the Angels in this one, but I did try to go over late. It still didn't make it over. We didn't really have it on the show, so I came on Game Day Picks and gave out the over. Steam came in on the under in this one. Angels, however, are minus $1.15. The total is 8.5 now. A full run lower.
Yeah, we both got a premium victory because I had the Rangers on the run line, but they made it scary there, giving up 3 runs in the bottom of 9. So dare I say that the Angels have the better bullpen? I think the Angels get this one here again today. I mean, they're at home. They hit better at home. They have the better bullpen, perhaps. Sometimes that's up for discussion. But they got a couple guys on their team that can hit the ball, maybe like Trout, Ohtani. I think they'll win another close one here today. Taking the Angels.
Yeah, I like the Angels lineup against Eovaldi here, actually, and I'm going to take them with you. I have concerns, certainly, with the Rangers lineup against Detmer. It's funny that the steam kind of came in on the under here. I'm not sure I can get behind that at all. Considering the Rangers offense right now, the way we saw the runs come across yesterday late. This is a great series. Like I said yesterday on Tony's show, maybe the best series in Southern California this weekend is taking place in Anaheim.
Right.
With these two teams and their good records so far, both teams with 18 wins already this season. We know the Padres and Dodgers are about the same, so good ball games here. Let's see what the chat has to say. I'm on the Angels with Mindy. Nothing you guys can say in the chat are gonna change my mind. I think. But here's Chakia does like the Rangers. Bionics on the Angels with us, and Latifa says, yeah, the samurai hat for the Angels. We saw the Reds have the Viking. I think it's a Viking. Here's Blake, money line here.
Yeah, and then the Mariners have the Genghis Khan perhaps going on there, or the Angels do, right? The Angels have like the Genghis Khan.
Is that what it was? Yeah.
the Mariners have the I don't know, who are you, Zeus? God of Thunder or something there with your Triton. All the antics crack me up.
So you saw some of the plays from the chat there. And let's see, I think that's it. Curtis likes the over. I do too, Curtis. I think it might be some, what action for me. Percent better Angels money line. So that's not the big dog.
No, this is the littlest dog with the biggest bark. That's Whitney. She's loud.
Last game here, Mindy. We're on the Angels in that one. Last game here on the baseball card coming up. It is it's Ramon against Mindy. What a game it's going to be. Astros. This is France. He's a pretty highly touted prospect. Pretty highly touted, let me just say. Let's see what I have here. He's been doing very, very well this season in the minor leagues. This is JP France. He is 28 years old now, was drafted in 2018, and really had not been living up to maybe his expectations until this year. And now all of a sudden this year he's striking out. Just all of a sudden, don't want to say it like that, but all of a sudden he's striking out like 34% of the batters. He's got an ERA like 2.5 or lower, and he's over 50% ground balls, so he's up there now for the Astros. Just what they need, more pitching. But he is going up against Marco Gonzalez. Pretty profitable so far, Marco.
Yeah, I mean, this one's going to be interesting because we have a little bit of that unknown. But yeah, he has been on fire in AAA. But the Astros, they were kind of stumbling a little bit. But they did get the win yesterday. Again, the Mariners were the ones that were maybe a little bit of the hotter team, coming into this. They had basically, went 4 games in a row coming from behind to get victories. Couldn't quite get it done after they tied the game last night in the 8th and then let 2 go. So, I mean, I think it's going to be interesting here. I'm going to go ahead and take the Mariners only because of a little bit of the unknown here with the Astros team and this starting pitcher. I'd rather go with Marco here today.
All right, Mindy, me too. I lost as a premium with him yesterday. That's why I looked so mad, and I was huffing there when you were talking about yesterday's game. As I don't necessarily know if it was a situation where I was going to be able to eventually pull it off. Just want to mention one other item here real quick, that we took the over in that White Sox-Reds game, and this total is on the move to the over. Boy, is it ever. We're seeing it now at 9.5 in most all the books already. So we got on it. We're going to pay a little tax there, it looks like, because we're still on the air here. Mindy, bummer. But we were right. It looks like the market agrees with us there. Blake, Astros, money line and over. Here is Butterscotch on Houston. Curtis loves the over here. I'm on the Mariners with you, Mindy, despite what happened yesterday. So, all right, that's it for the show. Thanks, everybody. Head on over to Tony'sPicks.com where you'll find our premium picks over there. Woo.
Your computer did not like that.
No. Just want to get the premium picks and up there and show the picks. We got to, while Mindy gets these, we throw these up there. A couple of picks for today. This is going to come to you in the USFL. I've got the Gamblers and the Stars here, and I'm going to recommend going over 46.5 Gamblers and Stars in this USFL game. XFL, no XFL this week. The championship game is next week, and probably going to be, I can't go against my man Luis Perez after he got his team into the finals. But anyways, over Houston and Philly today is my pick. I've also got over between the Showboats and the Panthers. That's Memphis and Michigan. So I've got a couple of overs for you today in the USFL. All right, here comes our plays. Mindy's popping them up there. We are involved in the NBA with the Lakers. In this one, we'll pop it down to the money line, make sure we get a winner here in this one. And also, we did take Edmonton in hockey to even up the series. So, and then we've got a lot of baseball action here.
A lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
All right, it's Tigers under, Cubs over, Rays over, Reds over, Brewers run line, Orioles run line, Red Sox money line, Angels money line, and Mariners money line. How about that? Click on the All Cappers tab over at Tony's Picks. There you'll find all the handicappers at the website, and you can use that promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20% off all premium pick packages, including mine, Mindy's, and whatnot. Thank you, everybody. Great show. Appreciate you guys for being here today for more Morning Steam. We will be back tomorrow. 3 hockey games. The baseball will be all early tomorrow. So
There we go.
we got a little bit of time, folks. So what? Maybe tune in to the horse racing a little bit. I'm already watching Churchill Downs on race 2. So you guys can early horse racing action. There's Butterscotch. That's what we needed to get us off the air right there. So say thanks to everybody today. Great turnout, and also great to have some new faces as well. Big Lucci says, you know what? Do not go against these Knights. Hey, I'm in Las Vegas.
Look out there, Lucci.
I'm converting to, rooting for these Vegas teams. But, all right, let's get the banner up there and get done with us. All right, for Mindy Hahne, I'm Ramon Scott. Thank you for joining us.
Bye-bye.